This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to our review of Captain America Brave New World. Did say I wasn't sure if it was going to be out today, but I did see it a day early. So, honestly, I don't have an insane amount to say, but I think it was a solid movie. It's not the greatest Captain America movie ever, and is easily the weakest out of the four MCU ones, but I still think it is a good and enjoyable enough movie. Best part of it is easily Harrison Ford, and he does a great job as Thaddeus Ross, and him just having this slow decline of the entire movie where he eventually has that breakdown where he becomes the Red Hulk. And yeah, honestly, that was a pretty interesting part at the end where I think that it does make sense at the end where Captain America has to talk him down. And you might say it's anticlimactic, but it's Sam Wilson. He has no superpowers, and he has to go up against someone who's just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the Hulk himself. So, yeah, I don't think that there is any chance that he's going to be able to successfully defeat the Red Hulk in a fight, especially when they show Red Hulk ripping apart vibranium with little to no effort, meaning that this is way more powerful than the Hulk from the main Hulk, because even he couldn't do anything to damage vibranium. So yeah, honestly, I'd say that Harrison Ford easily the best part of it. But just going through more of it, just so many other great and interesting things. I think that the entire mystery was pretty good, although I didn't know it was the leader because, well, they said it was the leader. I don't think the leader looked great, but also not terrible. The post-credit scene, yeah, it felt really forced, but I think that Bucky's cameo it was a really great cameo. Just having him basically talking Sam into, Steve didn't make a mistake, and no, you shouldn't have taken that super soldier serum. And yeah, there's the little joke at the end where he's fighting the Red Hulk, and he's like, "Yeah, I should have taken it," but it was just more of a joke. But yeah, honestly, just going through it, I think that this entire thing with a military conflict between the U.S. and Japan being forced was pretty interesting, and I think that it was honestly pretty cool to see that they're able to go to something that is, at least, interesting enough without being them going into a more controversial political situation which they easily could have done, but with this, yeah, having the U.S. manipulated into fighting an ally is it's a good plan, and it isn't going to go into anything super controversial, but also not mess with well, specifically reasons doing that in their introduction to fighting Japan is Japan isn't a country that is going to be super mad about them being the antagonist of a Marvel movie, because if they easily did something like Russia or China, there's no way this movie's going to release in either one of those places. But yeah, honestly, just a really solid movie overall. I think Sam was a good character. Joaquin Torres is Falcon. I mean, he was fine. The the one character that they had to do all the reshoots for, I didn't, care too much about her. And yeah, it was really clear that they cut out a lot from her, and maybe she even had either like super soldier serum or was even supposed to be even more skilled, because they just vaguely mentioned she was trained as a Black Widow, but I don't feel like that was what was originally intended for her. I feel like she was more likely intended to either have some kind of super soldier powers or just something else. But yeah, honestly, just a solid movie. It was also interesting to see that, well, Ross was in here, but also Abomination and even Betty Ross. It was really calling back to the Incredible Hulk, and I think it's predictable when you're thinking back on it that both will show up since you see pictures of both. And if they weren't going to show pictures of, they weren't going to have them, they wouldn't show pictures of those actors because they still have to pay for their likeness to be in the movie. Which is basically why I was thought it'd be cool if Steve would have showed up, but it's clear that he wasn't because if you take a look at it, well, Steve is not shown in any pictures. He is referenced by name, but you don't see any images of Steve Rogers, so you're not gonna get him showing up. But yeah, honestly, like I said, it's a pretty good movie. Not the greatest one ever, easily the worst Captain America one, and nowhere near close to the greats of the MCU. But it isn't bad, and the best thing is it's an enjoyable time. Sadly, this movie is basically guaranteed to not make a profit. They spent way too much money on it. At best, I think it's going to break even, but I don't know. I feel like more people are going to see Paddington 3 instead of Captain America this weekend. But who knows? I think it could make a decent amount of money, but there's just no way that it is going to make enough money to go and recoup its budget. But yeah, honestly, really, that's all I have to say. Really enjoyable movie. It's just interesting how much it ties into the Incredible Hulk and the post-credit scene. Yeah, that felt really forced, and maybe they could have done something where he starts to recruit new Avengers or just really anything else. And oh, just one thing I want to notice it is it's something that's kind of dumb. It's that the Secret Service immediately starts opening fire on the president when he turns into Red Hulk. I mean, he's still the president of the United States, and you're still sworn to protect him. But then also at the end they do explain, why Ross is going to go to jail and he's going to willingly go there because he realizes what he did was wrong and that he's a danger to society with this Red Hulk in him. But yeah, I'd love to see him redeemed and just in terms of maybe Bruce Banner helping him get control of the Red Hulk, and after that he is perhaps able to fight alongside the maybe the Thunderbolts or something because I don't really know what they're going to do with that since the Thunderbolts really are named after him. So yeah, honestly, just let me know what you think. I am interested. Oh, also, it's going to be interesting that Bucky is going to be congressman. So there's also the fact that I almost completely forgot to mention that they're introducing adamantium into the MCU in the main universe, and that's from the Eternal Skull and not the Eternals, the Celestial Skull. And only reason I remember that is because they tossed the Deadpool and Wolverine footage in towards the end, and I was like, wait, there was adamantium in this movie, but they never did anything with it. So yeah, honestly, it's just more of a background thing in this. But it's also cool that they're going to have adamantium in this, and I feel like that'd be really interesting to look at the in a Black Panther sequel to see how adamantium is kind of affecting with Wakanda and basically them having the most powerful metal on Earth is no longer true, where a bunch of countries now have access to something that's even more powerful than it. But yeah, honestly, I do think that'd be interesting for that. But for now, that's really all I have. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.